This is the XREF Encyclopedia user interface. When the program opens, it is defaulted to the cross-reference database. To begin searching in any database, press F2 on your keyboard or click in the search term box and type in your search term. Then hit Enter or click the Start button. When searching by entering one part number and no other search terms in the search box, the first results displayed will be the spec record, if one exists for the search term, followed by one record of direct replacement part numbers organized alphabetically by brand. After these records, you'll see any records where your part number is a replacement for some other part number. In any cross-reference record, if more than one replacement number appears for any given brand, the newest number will appear first, such as in the case of the first three numbers from A.O. Smith. Any additional records after the main record will appear in alphanumeric order, numbers first and letters last. In cross-reference, the display of results is broken into pages containing 50 records each. You can quickly move to the second page by changing the page number in the control surface area, or you can use the previous and next page arrow buttons to skip ahead or back through the results list. There are many ways to scroll through the results. You can scroll with your mouse wheel, click and hold while dragging the scroll bar, click the small arrow at the bottom of the scroll bar, or to move one page at a time, either use page up or page down, or alternatively, click just above the bottom scroll bar arrow or below the top arrow on the scroll bar track. If there is more than one page of results, it will say, More results on next page. At the bottom of each page, you may keep scrolling to turn pages until you get to the end of the results. If you want to change the font size for the results window, click on the plus or minus buttons at the top right of the program window. To resize the program window, grab the triangular handle at the bottom right of the program window and hover above it until your mouse pointer becomes a double arrow, then click and drag to your desired size. The word wheel at the far left is another search control you can use to display search results. As you type in your search terms, the list will orient itself to the closest match. If the word wheel does not show a close match, try backing off characters one at a time, watching the word wheel for anything close to your search term. With the word wheel feature, instead of typing a full part number, you can type part of it and then click on the number you're looking for where it appears in the word wheel list. This will instantly execute a search for the number. Let's take a moment to talk about how we standardize part numbers. Those of you who've been involved in replacement parts industries for many years have seen companies make their changes to their part numbering systems. York International did this many years back, going from a 3 numbers - 5 numbers - 3 numbers style to a new S1 - 11 numbers. Train changed from numbers like MOT - 3 numbers to MOT0 and the same former 3 numbers. Amana Goodman has changed between ending their numbers with -1 and with 01. And older Brown numbers like 97014094 will be in using the old style 97-01-4094. To keep searching simple, we've maintained the old style in most cases and added both styles of numbers to many records as they come up again. If you were having trouble finding the train motor number style, you could type in train followed by MOT asterisk. This would show you how we put them in. Here are the main rules we follow for adding new part numbers. Zeros often get removed if they don't change the actual value of the number. If we see a number such as 01234 we would be inclined to put it in our database as 1234, stripping the 0. If the 0 starts a number like that, or if it follows a dash, we simply remove it, such as 1234-05. That would become 1234-5. We call these non-essential zeros. Thermidor number 00-18-9-102 will be in our system as 18-9-102. If we know the 0 stands for something specific in the part's nomenclature, we will not remove it. Exceptions to certain brands include York UPG numbers like 025-01737-000. UPG numbers remain in the 3-5-3 style. We also remove dashes between letters and numbers. A number such as 23-96 would become a whole different value if the dash were removed, 2,396. But if we take the dash out of AB-456, the numeric value stays the same. It's still 456. Keep that in mind when looking up numbers. Most Robert Shaw numbers go in as is, as do Baldor, Carrier, Lau, Lennox, Rheem, and Tecumseh. For more information, see the last section of our manual, Uniformity of Part Numbers and Exceptions, or contact us to see why you can't find a certain brand's part numbers. And during any program updates, always click Yes when prompted to send your log files to XREF for searches that returned no results. It will help us to help you find what you're looking for, or to show us what new data to add to the program. The combined results or pre-search window is active at all times and begins to work when you begin typing anything into the search term box. In essence, it is a pre-results search that tells you how many times it has found the part number or abbreviation you typed within the database you're accessing. If you type in a part number, the combined results pre-search window will process the number and then display the quantity of hits. You will not, however, see results in the main results window until you click the Search Start button or hit Enter, thereby executing the search and retrieve function. In the results list, you will see many brands that are abbreviated. Simply click on the brand name, and the program will execute a search in the Abbreviations and Codes database, showing you any records containing the term you clicked on. Hit the History Back button to return to your original record. As you may have noticed, there are codes that refer to important information you'll need to consider when using a part as a suitable replacement. To find out what these codes translate to, click on any part of the code itself, and you will be shown the definition in the Abbreviations and Codes database. Multiple search terms can be entered into the search term box if you'd like to narrow down your search results. This will, however, change the order of how the results are displayed, meaning that only when you search with a single search term will the spec and main record appear at the top of the results list. When using multiple search terms or wildcards, all results will be displayed only in alphanumeric order. We will explain how to use these wildcards later. As you can see in this search, entering X000 and the brand train will return only results where both terms exist in the same record. The combined results pre-search window shows that X000 appears 62 times in the database, and the brand train appears more than 120,000 times. It's actually above 220,000, but together they appear in only 20 records. And because we search for more than one term, unlike our search for X000 only previously, to see the direct replacements records, you'll need to scroll down to the X000 record as it appears alphabetically in the results. This only happens when entering more than one term. Otherwise, direct cross-reference records will always come up first. As you can see, both the marathon motor number and the brand train are highlighted in green for you, drawing your eyes to the part numbers that you're wanting to see. This is a way that limits your search results, although this may not be the best way to search. To show you what I mean, let's use some Boolean terms. Boolean terms are words that function like filters that help return more relevant results. Typing the word or between terms, as well as typing and not between each term, will give you certain results other than typing one single part number. Just as entering two terms together, such as X000 and the brand train, will bring back records containing both terms, typing the and not expression before a search term excludes it from the results, as in X000 and not train. All of these records and many of the part relationships they show would be excluded by searching for only records with X000 and train in them. In the record for 03783 Mars, you'll find the ROTM number DD034. While it does not say that the ROTM number is a direct replacement for the X000, it does show a relationship. Upon further research, you may have found that they were interchangeable, but because this record did not contain train, when you searched for X000 and train at the same time, you automatically excluded it. This may have been a part sitting on your shelf, but based on your search terms, you'll not see this connection. So, use multiple terms and other Boolean expressions sparingly until you know how best to use them. The other expression you can enter, the OR function, allows you to ask the program to show you any record with one or more of multiple search terms. If you enter the search terms X000 train or GE, this will return results where X000 and train appear together in a record, or X000 and GE, or X000 and both train and GE. If you want to return information on any part that you see in the main results window, rather than typing it into the search box, simply click on it. The program will behave as if you had typed the number and executed a search for it. There are two wildcard characters you can use in XREF. One is the asterisk or star character found on your number pad or by pressing Shift 8, and it can replace numerous unknown or variable characters. The other one, the question mark, can be used to replace one character at a time. If you search for the term 3ARR3CT asterisk, you will see any records with the parts that start with 3ARR3CT regardless of what they end with. In this example, there are just over 130 records. If we use the question mark, we can bring back records that start with the same 3ARR3CT, but end with a specific number of characters. Searching for 3ARR3CT with 4 question marks following will bring back only 40-some results that contain 3ARR3CT and end with precisely 4 more characters. These wildcards can be used anywhere within the string of characters in your search term, as in 3ARR3T10?5. Or typing 10 asterisk dash asterisk 370 asterisk in the search box will find any capacitor with a 10 microfarad and 370 volt value, including dual microfarad and dual voltage capacitors. There are 3 ways to navigate through previous searches you've performed. By clicking on the History Back and Forward buttons, by clicking on the drop-down arrow in the search term box, or by clicking on the File menu and selecting the Full Session Search History option. Keep in mind, when you close the program, these are cleared. Watch the Full Session Search History and Help menu video for more information. Also on the File menu, you can change the results window to a low contrast color scheme. You can print records only from the MSDS database, that is. You can read the dongle license and program usage information, or close the program. The Tools menu can be used to send your program log files to the XREF staff. The log file records any time you search for a part number and find no information. This will alert us to information that you are looking for that needs to be added to our databases. You will also be prompted to send these log files each time you update the program. Please allow these to be sent so that they can be used to make XREF Encyclopedia a better, more useful tool. If you get no results, re-enter the search term with a brand name and search again so that we can see what company the part number comes from. The Help menu is a valuable tool for helping you get the most out of the program. You can click on the View Help option or hit F1 and the help file will open. The side pane makes navigation through the help file quick and easy. The help file contains the quick reference guide, the full program manual, and much, much more. The help file is also searchable by hitting Control F on your keyboard and entering the search term. Also on the program's Help menu, you can view our online help. Clicking on this will open a browser to XREF Publishing Company's knowledge base page. Or you can view our contact information, or find out what version of the software you are currently running. The Tips window will change to a different program tip each time you open the program, or click inside the box to see the next tip.